This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 18 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome to the Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for this evening's women's basketball contest, an HCAC clash between Rose-Hulman and Earlham College. And again, we're very glad you happened to join us this evening as Rose-Hulman will take on Earlham. Earlham coming in winless on the season. That doesn't mean anything if you're playing in one of these ball games in the HCAC, but for Rose-Hulman, they have a chance to close in a little bit more on second place and have a chance to move up. Transylvania at 8-0 leads the conference. Bluffton is second place right now with 7-4. The Rose-Hulman at third place with a 5-3 record. Hello, everyone. I'm Herb King, and along with Walter Gordon, we're going to bring you all the exciting action of HCAC basketball, women's style here. And again, a Tuesday night instead of Wednesday because of the projected storm. And schools have been canceled in this area. If you're listening to us or watching us, you probably don't know that, but it is a tense situation from the weather standpoint. I'm glad they moved the ball game to this evening.
I think that was a wise move, and the administration from these institutions get together and make that decision. The commissioner of the conference did not make that decision. It's left up to the school. So, I think Earlham and Rose made a wise choice. Getting this game out of the way, I should say out of the way, but getting the game in. And so you don't have to worry about travel and things of that nature tomorrow. So hopefully the storm will hold off. Earlham will be able to get home, later this night or early in the morning. And everybody stays safe that way.
Well, the storm and even I teach, and my principal came to my door and said, "Hey, I've got to go to Cincinnati. What's the weather look like?" And I'm thinking, am I the meteorologist?
I guess so.
Or whatever. Guess so. That's what happened. So I told him what I thought the weather would be like. Again, it's not supposed to move into northern Indiana until early in the morning, probably 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Here in Terre Haute, somewhere around that 8 o'clock range is we'll see some really changing in the weather. So to do it today is great. If we tried to do this ball game tomorrow, there's a chance that we would have accidents and people stranded and all those kinds of things. So a really smart move. I was really impressed that these two athletic directors decided this would be a really good thing. They got a hold of the officials, and we're ready to go for a great basketball game this evening. You get to watch all of it here on Indiana Sports Network. And we talked earlier just a little bit. They have changed the conference play-in tournament. The tournament's going to be different this year because of COVID and all the problems that all these teams have had.
Yeah, and instead of a 6-team tournament, we're going to expand that to 8 this year. But that was a good decision, and not everybody is going to get a full 18-game schedule. I don't know if anybody is, to be honest with you, 18-game league schedule. So Commissioner Jones and his team made a wise decision to expand this thing, and they're going to use NCAA-style metrics to figure out seeding. And we're going to have a good old time here in the conference with 8 teams in postseason play. Expand that thing, and it's going to be wild. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, because of that, we look at all the ball games that are going to happen. The top 4 teams that are seeded, and again, there are 9 teams in the conference. So only one team's going to be left out in either one of the tournaments. But because of that, the top 4 teams are going to be able to host the opening round.
Right, and that'll be nice. So you'll have a couple of additional schools on both men and women will be able to host, and we're hoping to be able to host a couple of quarterfinals here at the Hulbert Arena and be able to bring that to you. And, it's just going to be an exciting atmosphere here at the end of February.
Well, you mentioned the metrics have kind of changed and how they're going to seed, and it's going to be strength of schedule, those kinds of things. The statement from the conference says due to ongoing complications of COVID and the pandemic, the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference announced on Tuesday, that's today, that the 2022 men's and women's basketball championships will be expanded to include 8 teams. With the pandemic's ongoing challenges preventing HCAC teams from rescheduling games and the potential for a disparity in the number of regular season contests played, the HCAC administration and Council of Presidents agreed to modify the basketball championships for the 2022 season to include 8 teams in the postseason tournament. The teams will be seeded using a strength of schedule formula for all regular season conference contests that averages the team's winning percentage, their opponent's winning percentage, and the opponent's winning percentage, all factored at a weight of 1/3. The basketball regular season is scheduled to conclude on February 18th. The first rounds will be played on February the 20th. So you play a ball game on the 18th, that's that Friday evening, and then boom, you play right away on that Sunday, and that'll be interesting. Again, with all 8 advancing teams in action, the final 2 rounds of the championship will be contested at the highest remaining seed on Friday, February 25th, and Saturday, February 26th. And of course, we hope that Rose-Hulman will have that opportunity, but right now, for the women anyhow, they're 3rd place in the conference, and it's going to take a Herculean effort to see somebody knock down Transylvania, as they're right now ranked in the top 3 in the country.
And a very formidable team. We saw, obviously, Rose has proven that, they are beatable, even though Rose is not able to get the victory either time, but they played them well on both occasions, one in Lexington and one here. So, anything can happen. You roll the ball out there, and you play 5-on-5, and we'll just make the best out of the situation, and nothing is given. We don't wish this on anybody, but bad health, a rolled ankle, things like that happen in sports. So you never know what's going to happen for any of these teams. So got to take care of business down the stretch here of regular season, get the highest seed as possible, and hopefully get a favorable matchup.
Well, the top 4 seeds of the women's also includes Defiance at 6-4, Hanover at 5-6, Anderson at 6-5, and again, the reason I'm saying those, and it sounds odd, is because of that strength of schedule, and that is going to determine who's got the opportunity to play at certain positions in certain places. But the women's tournament will be much different format. Again, the men the same way, and the men's, we talked about this earlier, that could be a real barn burner. Even the number 2 versus the number 7.
That's right.
Those games could be really hotly contested to try to move on to the tournament, and it'll be a great tournament.
Good theater. You look at the women's side, we want Hanover to keep winning as they got a victory on us. Of course, the 2 L's to Transy, but Hanover is the other conference team to defeat Rose-Hulman women. So we're rooting for Hanover like crazy. Hope they have good success and win the rest of their games and help us get maybe number 2 seed. Maybe, who knows?
We'll kind of see how it works. We're going to take and pause right here at our pregame show. Again, we want to thank the Indiana Army National Guard for sponsoring us this evening. You're watching Rose-Hulman basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Terre Haute, Indiana, and the Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for this evening's HCAC women's basketball contest. Again, Rose-Hulman will take on Earlham College in what we would say is a must-win for Rose-Hulman as they try to keep track and close in on maybe second place in the conference. And we had a visitor earlier in this one. We have two players from California, and I know their families are listening to this one, and Peyton Miller and Rowan Hine. They were actually fierce competitors from rival schools, and they ended up here at Rose-Hulman.
And that's really neat when you have that those individuals that are playing now under the same banner, and have some, I'm sure, good stories. Those two young ladies going toe-to-toe, and their teams trying to get victories, and I would imagine they have some good laughs about that and some fun times. So, it's nice when you have that where you have some knowledge of other players that you come to this team. Of course, Rowan Hine, the newcomer, one of the newcomers on the team, and you have to see a friendly face, and that's just a really cool thing to be so far away from home, but have somebody that you know.
And it makes it a lot easier for them to get along here at Rose-Hulman and what's going on. Again, fans are back in the stands. There's not very many, but there are fans, and we did have an actual concession stand for the evening, so that makes it a little nicer for us as well. We didn't have to run all over the place trying to find something to put on the table.
That's right.
And but we have fans in the stands, and that hasn't happened here for a while. And in the HCAC, we've seen teams have problems with COVID in what's going on. Rose-Hulman had to cancel 4 ball games.
Yeah.
They didn't get to play Bluffton, Manchester, Defiance, and Anderson in 4 ball games in the middle of the season here. And for the women, that was very tough for them. It actually lowered their RPI now, is what we're talking about, that power ranking. And this ball game is going to lower it maybe a little bit more because of the place that Earlham is at in the conference standings as we look forward to this one. Well, as we get prepared for this one and the starting lineups, we'll pause, take a break. We'll be right back with the starting lineups for Earlham when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo. It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? One crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
One Sonic Crave cheeseburger.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Hey, this is Tom. Welcome back to Hulbert Arena, and here's the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. And if we look at the players that'll be on the floor, again, Jamie Baum now leads Rose-Hulman with a 12.5-point average, followed by Jordan Barlow, who we found out will probably not play due to an knee injury this evening. Rowan Hine comes in at 11.7 average. Ashley Black with 8.1 average, and she had a tremendous ball game last outing, scoring over 25. And then we look at Earlham's starting lineup. Amari Bradford averages 12.5 points a game, and Janaea Bright with 11.7 average per contest. We'll step these up and in, and Alexis Gibson will step up and jump center along with Rose Burtham for Rose-Hulman. Whistles up, and the ball is in the air. Ball and tip controlled by Rose-Hulman. 2-3 zone established by Earlham. And Rose-Hulman will start on the offensive side. Jamie Baum with the opportunity outside. Hine, she'll drive inside to Baum, wide open for three. She'll take the shot, and Jamie Baum with the three.
Rose-Hulman's seeing a lot of zone lately. I know Coach Prevo worked on that in practice, I'm sure. So we'll continue to see that quite a bit, I would imagine, the rest of the season.
Runyon with the basketball, puts it over to the side, gives it up. Driving down inside is Trenshaw. Bright back outside to Gibson as the clock's winding down. Outside again, it's Gibson for three, puts the shot up, can't get it to fall. Rebound to Baum for Rose-Hulman. Lead pass to Wilson. Back to Baum, wide open three. She probably should have taken that one. She'll drive, traveled with it.
Yeah.
Double step right there.
Yeah, she had a good idea, wanted to go to the hoop, had a nice lane, but like you said, you have that wide open three. But I understand wanting to work the ball, especially early in the contest.
Tipped out of bounds. Good defensive hustle that time by Rowan Hine. Trenshaw will inbound the ball to Bright. And they'll start the offense. Almost got caught on that one. On the outside is Gibson. She'll drive the baseline. Nice hard move, but they're going to call the blocking foul. Basket's going to count, and Bright will step to the line. The foul will go against Rose Burnham, her first, and the team's first.
First free throws here tonight. Earlham trying to get off to a good start. That's paramount for the young team.
Coach John Prefo really didn't like the call. He thought Bright used the arm and let one of the officials know about it when he got over to the side. 3-point play. Everybody's just kind of standing around on this one. They'll take the ball out of bounds. We'll see what happens. Hind with the basketball. Drives down the lane. Burnham underneath, puts a shot up. She's fouled, and the foul will go against Alexis Gibson.
We've seen a couple of times in the last few contests Burnham getting too deep underneath the basket, giving herself no angle. You're going to have to be aware of your surroundings and how far you are, into the lane. She's got an opportunity to score so well, her strength, her skill, but you got to, you put yourself right underneath the backboard. You've got no angle to put it up.
4-3. Rose-Hulman with the lead. We want to thank Crane Credit Union. Goshen H&R block. A shot is up and no good. Rebound. Fought for and picked up by Earlham. Driving down. Baseline cut by Bright. Shots up and good, and it's a 5-4. And that's interesting. I don't believe they have the right score on this one. Should be 5-4.
Yep, the 3 and the free throw. I'm sure they'll get that corrected.
Jamie Baum for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound picked up, and they're going to call the foul on the hold on the backside. It'll go against Earlham and Neely Trenshaw. The junior from Napanee picks that one up. That's close to my old stomping grounds, if you didn't know.
I did not know.
That's close. That's in that northern Indiana area near Elkhart. So again, the foul was called on Earlham as the hold happened in the backside. Rose-Hulman will trigger the ball inbounds, and they'll try to get Hind to do it. They're going to put 20 seconds on the clock instead of
Still don't have that score fixed. I mean, we'll get it.
Nope. Inlet. They'll get it into Jester, and they'll set it to Hind. Looking, Jester on the short corner. Cutter down the lane is Wilson. Jester open for 3, takes a shot and gets it. They'll say it's a 2-point by Kaylin Jester. They're saying it's 5-5. I don't know why. I don't know where they got that one, unless that free throw didn't count. On the outside is Bright. Nice long shot, but missing it was Alexis Gibson, and a rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. Jamie Baum drives the lane, kick out to Wilson. Short corner with the drive inside is Jester, and she'll have the opportunity to go to the line and shoot 2. Really nice job in spreading that zone and find the cutting lane.
They moved the ball very well. You had good player movement as well. And when Rose moves, when they're not stagnant, boy, they're really tough to defend.
And ready to check in is Ashley Black for Rose-Hulman, as she's had an outstanding ball game last time out.
Yeah, she sure did. A career high with 23, 25 points.
25 points and a career high. Jester doesn't get the second one, misses that one. It's 6-5 Rose-Hulman, they're saying. With it is Bright, double teamed. Ball reversal, they'll kick it out to Gibson, and a short shot and up and good by Amari Bradford, a freshman from Englewood, Ohio.
That was a good look, nice little step in there.
Earlham with the lead 7-6. Inside to Jester with the drive, lost the basketball off her foot, and a turnover will give it. Trenshaw with it, now another turnover. Hind steals the basketball pass, looks to pull up at the free throw line, got it, and she's fouled.
Used great composure there, Rowan Hind did, as she got the and one opportunity.
We'll see if we can pull some substitutions in. They did. Coming in, number 40 is Allie Fruits, and she'll take a spot in the lane, and still a substitution if Hind can make the free throw. I want to thank the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Micah Bonomo as the agent for sponsoring tonight's ball game. Also, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sonic Drive-In, Sponsler Insurance, Union Health, and York Automotive, all sponsors of Rose-Hulman Athletics here on Indiana Sports Network. 9-7, Rose-Hulman with the lead. 6:33 left to go here in quarter number one. Drive inside, potential travel, but they say it was tipped. 3-point shots up and no good, and a rebound comes out to Jamie Baum. Ashley Black with it. Black to Wilson to Baum. Back to Black. Looking inside to Jester. Cross court, very good find. 3-point shot up and good. Jamie Baum.
Second three-pointer that she's hit tonight, already with 5 points to lead all engineers and all scorers, actually.
11-7. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Drive, nice left-handed hook, couldn't get it to fall.
Good
rebound up and good, and that's a nice play by Amari Bradford to score 2 for the Quakers.
The 5'5" freshman from Inglewood, Ohio, did a great job getting some space.
Short corner, works perfectly, and a nice layup that time by Kaylin Jester.
Rose-Hulman just be methodical, be consistent, run the offense.
With the drive, shot up, and that's a beautiful shot by, again, Amari Bradford. Sticks another one in. Excuse me, that was Janiyah Bright who put the basket in for Earlham. Looking inside, kick back out, bomb for 3. Can't get it to go. Tipped around, no good. And a rebound comes out to Bradford.
Nice lead-ahead pass.
Good action here. Bright takes that one, can't get it. Jamie Baum has it stolen, no. Tipped away. And they're going to call a traveling violation on Baum.
Wow.
And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 4:56 left to go in period number one. The Engineers lead by 2.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And Rose-Hulman with a 2-point lead, 13-11, 4:56 left to go in the first period. And just a couple turnovers that Rose-Hulman didn't want to have has allowed Earlham to stay in it so far here in quarter number one.
That's the bugaboo for Rose-Hulman this year. Those turnovers, you got to keep those numbers low. That could have been one right there, but
on the outside, moving it around, Runyon thought about the 3. She'll drive, kick it in the corner, out to Brooks, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound,
foul.
Fought forward by Bradford and had a chance, couldn't get it up and in.
Thought that might have been a foul over the back on Rose, but kept playing.
Man defense now by Earlham as they switched. Looking inside, they'll give it up, and this time again Miller, she threw it back. Turnaround shots up and no good, and they're going to call Miller on the over the back, and it'll go the other direction towards Earlham.
The last time these two teams played, December the 8th, Earlham, took one on the chin, 75-42. But even in that game, Rose had 22 turnovers. So that's something that when you look at that, and I know there were some players that had extended minutes, and so that had something to do with it, but we got to take care of the basketball.
Outside, they give it to Brooks, and now they give it up. Again, Bradford back outside to Runyon. Helmkamp to Runyon. Back to Helmkamp. She'll drive towards the middle. Potential turnover there, waiting to happen as we're under 5 seconds on that shot clock. Step back, ball's tipped, and the rebound comes out to Peyton Miller, the sophomore from Clovis, California. Miller again with the ball at the top of the key to Black. Oh, looking inside. They had her posted. Yeah, too late, and she was wide open. Looking inside. They're going to feed it down low to Fultz, and Allie gets one to ring in there, and it's 15-11. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Bright to Bradford, back out to Runyon for three, takes a shot, doesn't get anything that way. Thrown in bounds, but it's, they say hit the line, it'll be Rose-Hulman basketball. Trenshaw back into the ball game, and Myra Randolph, the sophomore from Westerville, Ohio, is entered the ball game for Rose-Hulman. You can hear John Prevost calling out the offensive set. It's a man set. And they're trying to work it, letting Hine go one-on-one. They'll give it up to Miller, looking inside. Nice post, Fultz. Pump, and Allie should have shot it. She does and gets the hole. Nice job by Allie Fultz, the sophomore from Centralia, Illinois.
You know, you just look at Amari Bradford, just doesn't have the size to deal with Fultz down low, doing her best that she can. But Fultz, she's been posting very well. Rose is going to have to find her when she makes her cut. Give her an early touch and let her go to work.
Tough foul called on Rowan Hine, as I didn't see a whole lot of contact there, and she was in pretty good defensive position, but the difference is she was inside that small circle, and that's the only one he probably could have called that one on. She picked up another foul. That's, again, 3 on Rose-Hulman that way. Drive, nice kick out, open look, and not being able to nail it was Helmkamp. Megan couldn't find the range on that one. Hine drives the lane, kick outside. Myra Randolph thought about the 3 and thought better of it.
Yeah.
Black looks, they're looking inside for Fultz. Fultz is the player right now. She's got a chance. Hine with the drive. She takes it hard to the hole, doesn't get it above the rim. Almost picked up her second one.
Yep.
There's a drive and a score, and a nice one at that for Earlham, as Amari Bradford again takes the basketball to the hoop. 17-13.
Bradford's got 6. She's been very aggressive here in this first quarter.
Allie Fultz on the low post, puts it up and in. You can just do that all day long and get this thing over with for Rose-Hulman. They want to put it in there and see if they can force the contest action. Another drive, good opportunity, but couldn't get it in. And again, Janaea Bright was the player on that move, and she almost had the steal as well.
Boy, I tell you, these Earlham Quakers are playing so hard here tonight. You can see what they're wanting to do with their offense, and they have Rose-Hulman spread. You got cutters and ball movement. I just like their offense. That Coach Shannon Thompson, her first year at Earlham, trying to get things settled her way and establish a culture. Some growing pains right now, and they'll have better days. They'll be fine.
And the recruiting aspect hasn't taken over either. I know you think Division III you don't recruit, but you actually do.
Absolutely.
You've got to get people to come to your school. Black from three-point range, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound comes out to Kinsey Brooks. Kinsey back outside. They give it up to Trenshaw, who drives. Open look in the corner. No good. And again, Bright had an open look. They've gotten open looks. They're going to have to put those shots in. Hine, kick outside. Randolph for 3. And it's the moon shot. She got it up and in. 3-point basket, and Rose-Hulman extends their lead to 22-13.
Boy, Myra Randolph, she can stretch the floor from the outside and plays really good defense as well. Good stretch coming off the bench here in the first quarter.
Trenshaw kicked it back out, and again, Helmkamp gives it up to Runyon. Back outside with the drive and a kick out to Bright. Open look for Runyon, gets the for Brooks. Couldn't find the range on the three-pointer. Gives it back to Runyon, and they'll set the offense.
Clock, game clock, very close.
15 seconds, and they're very close, like 0.6 difference, maybe. Good ball rotation and trying to find an open look. They're going to call the foul.
Oh, boy.
Should be before the shot.
Yeah, they're going to talk about this when they make that call. Okay. Good communication there about the officials.
And with 5.7 seconds, as now the shot clock is off, 5.7 seconds left to go in the first period. Earlham will have the basketball. Substitutions for Rose-Hulman as they'll try to get a couple players out so they don't pick up maybe foul number 2 here and get a little bit extra time. Kicked back outside. Trench on the drive. She'll put it out. Loose ball. That's the end of the first period. Rose-Hulman with a 9-point lead, 22-13. We'll be back for more action here on Indiana Sports Network.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. The healthcare professionals of Union Health since 1892, providing compassionate healthcare of the highest quality to generations of Wabash Valley families. Union Health, healthier together.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to the Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. It's a 22-13 Rose-Hulman lead. Earlham will start with possession of the basketball, waiting on somebody to throw it in.
Earlham shot 31% in that first quarter. Rose-Hulman 64% shooting percentage. As they just were shooting at a torrid pace. That's really good looks. Earlham had good looks as well, just couldn't knock some of them down.
Running that weave out front, trying to get something done with it is Earlham. On the outside, again, Bradford to Bright. Outside to Runyon. Helmkamp, they'll feed it inside, and again, solid defensive play as Bradford wasn't able to get the shot up and towards the basket. Rowan Hine with the basketball, and she'll step back out.
Earlham back in that zone.
Randolph to Jester. Bomb to Hine. Crosses, takes the drive, pump.
Shoot that.
Should have shot that one instead of passing it inside.
Too close of quarters to make that pass. You got to pop the little 8-9 footer.
And that's one of them. Yeah, you're in there, but the old adage is if you cross the foul lane going in, you're shooting it. Drive on the inside, loose ball, held ball. We'll see what they call it. They do. It's a held possession. It will go to Rose-Hulman on the alternating possession.
Rose-Hulman 4 turnovers, Earlham 2 so far in this contest. Earlham doing a great job getting points in the paint. 10-8, they have an advantage there on Rose-Hulman, which Rose normally dominates that stat. We'll watch how that stat progresses.
Hine looking inside, and they'll move it around. 4-1 set as they're trying to, again, get the ball inside to Burnham.
Oh.
Jamie Baum outside. Randolph, she'll take another one. Rainbow shot, can't get it. Rebound, and they'll say it's down. She hit the ground before she threw the ball off of the Earlham player.
Good sportsmanship there.
Couldn't get it back in, and she checked to see if she was all right.
After Black, Nola Wilson back in the contest. The last game that Rose-Hulman played at Mount St. Joe's, they had a win 65-44, but I was watching that broadcast, and the announcer kept calling her Nora Wilson. He called her that the entire game, and I'm screaming and hollering, "It's Nola! It's Nola!" I bet her family might have been doing the same thing.
Well, they probably do that every now and then, and again, you never know what's going to take place this way. Good, solid defense for Rose-Hulman, and they're going to say she's out of bounds. Yeah. It didn't establish coming on the way back in. And
you know, I'm sorry, go ahead. Some names are easier to pronounce than others. Doesn't get a whole lot easier than Nola. You know, just throwing that out there. And I kind of poking fun of the Mount St. Joe's broadcaster. Just poking fun at him there. It's all good.
Looking inside, Jamie Baum with a basketball drive, shoots, and Baum using the left hand throws it off the backboard. That's a really nice shot.
It really was, and to be able to, use either hand from that distance, 10 feet.
Held camp, and they'll call a traveling violation outside on Runyon, another turnover. It's 24-13, 7:34 left to go in the second period.
Rose defensively got to make sure they don't overhelp. Stay with your person and be able to move those feet. That way you have less helping and less wide open shots for Earlham. A lot of times when you overhelp, you're a couple good passes away from an open look.
Feed it in to Rose-Hulman. She gets it blocked. Hind with it, 17 on the shot clock. They've got plenty of time.
Get it back to her.
Rowan with the crossover. She'll go to the drive. She'll be fouled, and they'll have the basketball underneath.
Boy, I can't say enough about Amari Bradford. Undersized, but man, does she have heart. She's tough, battling down low, not giving an inch.
They have three players like that. Rose Burnham, there's a battle. She still ends up with a basketball off the shot. They'll move it around. Wilson to Black.
Earlham doing a good job identifying shooters.
10 seconds. Baum looks back out. Hind for three. Yeah. Got it. Rowan Hind sticks another three-pointer in. It's 27-13.
That's the third three-point hit for Rose here tonight.
Another drive. They're going to call the offensive foul. Hind drew the foul. Set her feet. Didn't move. Really nice job defensively as, again, the personal foul was called on number 13, and that's Neely Trenshaw, the junior from Napanee, and she'll exit the ball game as she picks up her second foul of the ball game.
Boy, you look at Hines. She plays with such joy. It is really infectious, the way she communicates out there, gets people in the right spot. And she took that charge right there, just so exuberant off of that great defensive play. If there's one thing that will make Coach Prevost happy, it's good defense.
Drawing a charge.
Yes.
That's one of those. Inside Burnham. There's the drop step. That's what she wanted right there. Really nice move. She'd been going straight at it. This time she moved, got the drop step. She'll go to the line and shoot two shots.
Here's what I would have loved. I'm just going to nitpick. You're going to be fine-tuned here. I think the guard did a great job getting the ball on time. I would have loved to see her not dribble. Have your feet set. You know that ball's coming. You get it. Boom. Make that spin move. No dribble. Go straight up. And the defense has no chance on that. Make a nice, decisive, quick move.
6:24 left to go in the second period. We want to thank Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and Micah Bonomo, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sonic Drive-In, Sponsler Insurance, Union Health, and York Automotive. Substitution in is again Allie Fultz, who really did a nice job with a couple possessions. A timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 28-13, Rose-Hulman.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for auto, home, and life.
The Big Finish sales event is on now at York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Choose from over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles today. This month only, lock in 0% financing and no payment for 90 days. New Jeep Cherokee as low as $229 per month. New Ram 1500, $359 per month. Or sell us your vehicle for top dollar. Unwrap the savings at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. Can I take your order?
One fried white and blue slush float.
I'll get the slush. I'm on ice cream and strawberries. Order up. Sonic red, white, and blue slush float.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
6:24 left to go in the second period. A 28-13 Rose-Hulman lead. As again, Earlham called the timeout, but we were due for a media timeout, so they took one that way and didn't charge the Quakers for that timeout.
Earlham need a bucket in the worst way. Scoreless in the last almost 6 minutes of game action.
They
Get in
kicked
there.
it back outside, rebound up, and again, Jamie Baum with another board.
Well, again, it's a good shot. I like the shot. The flow of the offense, just got to hit it.
Fultz.
Yeah.
Nice pass inside. Hine with the 2 points.
I tell you what, Allie Fultz really brings something different to this basketball team. On the play for Coach Rachel Soleri, that's going to be a travel. Coach Rachel Soleri-Delsey volleyball team. And Allie, this is her first year playing basketball for Rose as well. She's going to have a nice basket there by Earlham. But, man, she just brings the toughness and some grit, some other size, and there's a lot of know-how. Just love the way she plays.
Nice weave on the outside. Runyon hit the last shot for Earlham. Black
cutter.
Looking for that cutter. Had another one with the drive.
Nice.
And the score.
Layup.
With that one, Jamie Baum.
Yeah.
That's a really nice move.
Yep, and she got the shoulder by the defender as sayonara. Nothing you can do about that, but except Fowler and Earlham did a great job to let that layup go.
Right.
Good
Gives
pump
it
fake.
up. 2-point shot up.
Yeah.
Good. The bank is open for Kenzie Brooks.
I like that pump fake there by Brooks. It did a great job. The junior from Walcott, Indiana.
Oh, wait.
Oh, come on. Give it to me. I don't know where that is.
Wolcott.
Okay.
Sorry, that's the way it said. Wolcott, Indiana.
Give me the geography lesson.
Yeah, that's called Tri-County basketball right there. 3-point shot up by Rowan Hyde. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Kenzie Brooks.
Give me the story, Herb.
One of my friends was a head football coach there for a while. I've got also connections. I actually coached against them as an assistant in, you're not going to like this one, 1984.
Okay, all right.
With the drive and the score is Amari Bradford.
I was in first grade at Devens Park Elementary School. Shout out to Miss Meadows.
Back on the outside, Rowan Hine gives it up to Wilson. To Black. Looking for that pass that's going to give the easy score. Hine with the drive towards the middle. She'll pull up. Nope. Puts it outside. Bomb for three. Can't get it to go.
Good rebound.
Nice rebound. They're going to call a held ball. Possession arrow favors Earlham.
Allie did a great job getting position, going up with two hands. Just do a good job by Earlham to get a hand on that to go the other way.
I know you love those places.
I do.
I get places all the time for you.
You know, I haven't been there, so you know I gotta get the skinny from Herb King.
By the way, that's the western part of Indianapolis. You go straight west of Rochester.
Okay.
Almost to the Illinois line. Traveling violation. Give the turnover.
And I want to be clear, you said Wolcott.
Wolcott.
Wolcott. Okay.
Kind of like Wolcott.
All right.
And again, one of my friends was a football coach there a few years ago, and I'm like, you know, I said the same thing you did, and he's, oh no, it's Wolcott.
Got to get it right.
You got to be local to understand that one.
Yeah.
On the outside, again, Wilson feeds the ball, gives it up to Miller.
Oh! Little pass, a little high for Fultz.
Turnover will give it away. Here comes Earlham back down the court. Gibson. She'll pull up from 15.
Oh,
looked good. Didn't fall true, though. And the rebound comes out to Jester.
Alexis Gibson from Jeffersonville, Indiana, stepped right into that shot. These are shots that will go down. You know, just got to keep working the ball, keep moving their offense from side to side.
Nice pass on the inside, and I'll tell you what.
How many
left-handed
quick shots?
Turn.
How many left-handed shots? Is that three left-handed shots from
right in a row? Jamie.
Oh, what a block!
Another play. Bomb with the basketball.
Hit Wilson.
Jamie looking inside. Here comes the cut. Open look inside. Feder put the shot up, and they missed that opportunity. Wilson with the drive and the shot and the score. Nola Wilson for two.
Nola Wilson getting on the board. The senior from Indianapolis Tinley.
Steal again on the backside by Jester. Lead pass is open. They'll feed Miller, and it went off the hands
of Earlham. Yeah, touched by Earlham.
Willow Runyon.
Yeah. You know, I remember just several years ago at the Indiana Class Basketball All-Star Classic, seeing Nola Wilson as a high school junior, and it was very impressive several years ago. And here we are, fast forward, a senior at Rose-Hulman, going to get a fantastic degree and playing on a really good basketball team. She's been through the storms here. She's one of those young ladies that have been through the storms here at Rose-Hulman.
Another steal for Baum. 2-on-1 break. Feed into Miller. She'll put the shot up, doesn't get it to go. Really nice job. Peyton Miller running the floor, receiving the pass. Couldn't get it in, but she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Miller did a great job filling the lane. That sophomore, when she got her ball, the hands on the ball, was went straight up with it. You know, I was talking to Coach Robinson last week, and we were just talking about the numbers that Rose-Hulman has, where the program has come from. Of course, you know, some of the senior and junior class. You know, these young ladies played through times where they had 8 or 7 on the entire roster, and hopefully everybody's available. You're just getting your brains beat in on a nightly basis. But these young ladies have gone through those. They've weathered the storm, and you have some new talent that have been infused in this team. It's a new day, so I'm really happy for this the upperclassmen here at Rose-Hulman sticking with the program, sticking with Coach Prevost. And, you know, I know Coach Prevost is really excited, but Coach Robinson, he said, man, the ladies had to remind me, you know, how you know, desperate we were for numbers, not able to play 5-on-5 in practice. That's tough. You got to pull a couple of guys in to get a 5-on-5 run. So that's really tough to develop your program that way, but they've been able to stick with it, and here we are with a winning season this year.
Peyton Miller cans both those free throws, and now the ball in Earlham's hands. On the outside is Brooks to Bradford. Trying to use the screen. There's an offensive foul.
She extended that little chicken wing there as Wilson moved her feet just well enough.
Also want to point out and thank that one of our sponsors that gives us transportation, and that's York Automotive. They have 5 locations in Brazil: Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Hine with the basketball. To Wilson, back to Hine, to Miller. Too many people in the post at that point. Jester looking for the drive. Nice spin, puts it up, can't get it, and they're going to call the foul over the back on Rose Burnham as she bodied her pretty well and maybe a little bit too hard.
You know, Rose Burnham and her physicality last game against Mount St. Joe's, it's one of the X factors for Rose being able to pull away in that second half. I know the broadcaster said, bull in the China shot. And I think that's a very astute assessment of Rose Burnham.
You could put pads on her, and she'd be a high school football player, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
She plays hard. There's a carrying violation. Turnover will give the ball back to Rose-Hulman. Under a minute, or right at 59.7 seconds left to go in the first half. 38-19. Rose-Hulman with the lead. And again, on that almost 80-point clip for Rose-Hulman, that's pretty good.
And I want to say, I say that with all, you know, affection, you know, with the way Rose plays.
Outside, Miller will take the three. She got it. Peyton Miller for 3.
Peyton Miller can step out, and when she gets her minute, she's ready to play. Nosa Iggy in here.
Iggy with a block shot, and a rebound comes out. It's Hine. 41-19. Lead pass to number 33. That's Kaylin Jester. And it's 43-19. Really good defensive play on the back end for Rose-Hulman. Kick to the outside, shot up by Brooks, can't get it, and they'll call a block out foul. And Miller's going to get nailed for that one. She blocked out, but
yes, she did.
Just a little bit too hard, and you can see Hine grabbing her going, hey, just quit it. Just quit it. We're way ahead. Quit.
Ricky Hahn knows how to play one way. That's aggressive. All-conference track and field star here at Rose-Hulman.
And when we say star, she won multiple events. She is, I would consider her to be the best athlete in the conference, period.
Absolutely. Triple jump, long jump, sprints. Just
10
unbelievable.
seconds. left to go in this one. They'll give it up. Jester with 5 seconds. They'll give it to Hines. She's going to drive. Kick out. Wilson for 3 at the buzzer. Got it.
Ring it up, baby.
Nola Wilson with a 3-point shot at the buzzer. That's as good as you're going to find in the last minute of the first half. It's 46 for Rose-Hulman, 19 for Earlham as we break for halftime here on the Indiana Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Rose-Hulman, the Hulbert Arena. The Engineers up 46-19 over the Earlham Quakers. Walter Gordon, Herb King here, and just what you want to see for Rose-Hulman here in this basketball game. You have a team that's winless. You don't want to let them stick around. You want to take care of business, and Rose-Hulman, just clicking on all cylinders, whether it be the starters, ladies coming off the bench, and just playing good basketball.
Well, when you're looking at Rose-Hulman, that last 2-minute segment, block shot, lead pass, kick out for 3, layup. They just did almost everything you're supposed to do at both ends of the floor for about a 2-minute period there where they scored a bunch of points.
They did.
Really scored every time down the floor and widened this lead to, it was at 19 points here with about 3 minutes to go in the quarter, and all of a sudden it's up to 27 points in a hurry.
And, when you look at the way this has gone, you see first-year head coach Shayna Thompson and the assistant coach, they're just trying to game plan, trying to look at the stats before you go in and deliver the message. And it's a young team, Herb, and we knew there were going to be growing pains, and Coach Thompson did, but she got an opportunity to lay the groundwork.
Well, and that's okay. They've got a lot of freshmen and underclassmen, and everybody will pretty much return.
Yeah.
And she's got to find 1 or 2 players that can do some damage on the inside. They have the guard strength at Earlham. They drive the ball well enough. They do some different things. They've got to find somebody that's 6 foot, 5'11", somebody can play on the inside and really do some damage. If they can find that, they're going to be really solid. But again, that takes time to develop. And as a first-year coach, you don't have the luxury of having the players that you've recruited. You have other players, and you just have to get the best out of them. And hopefully that they can find some solace that they have some guard strength. They just don't have the inside presence to out-rebound anybody.
Of course, Coach Thompson is no stranger to the conference. She coached at Bluffton some years ago and really helped Bluffton to a couple of 21 seasons about 4 years ago. So she's no stranger to the conference, and you need time and good recruiting. And you mentioned recruiting in Division III. No matter what division, you have to have talent.
Yeah, and you have to search for it. Division III is odd because you're not giving athletic scholarships. It's academics. So you have to find people that fit your program, fit your school, and be able to give them the opportunity to play at the same time getting the education they want.
46-19 at the halftime break. Coach Prevost has got to be fairly pleased with the way his ladies have played tonight. We'll step aside for a quick break in our halftime show. Come back with more after this on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo. It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? One Crave Cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave Cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
One Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to Terre Haute, Indiana. It's halftime, and Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers, the ladies lead Earlham 46-19.
Just a great basketball play by the ladies here to start the contest. The first 20 minutes are very solid. Just had to follow that up with another 20, and hopefully we can finish the game off well and keep the pedal down on Earlham. You don't want to allow them to go start at the half with a 10-0 run and get right back into this basketball game. You want to take care of business here as Rose-Hulman here at the top part of the conference. This is a big game for Rose-Hulman to you talk about the way the seedings, the strength of schedule. You can't slip up here in a game like this. This is really a must-win, and especially here at home as Rose-Hulman trying to take care of business here tonight.
Jamie Baum is on track for at least a double-double. She has picked up 10 points and 7 rebounds in the first half and really done a nice job for Rose-Hulman. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that young lady able to do it, going to the basket as, Baum, been able to get to her left hand on multiple occasions and be able to finish with that left hand.
Assist-wise, Rowan Hine with 6 assists, has 8 points and 3 rebounds. Rowan is having an outstanding ball game as well. You put all of those things together, and you can see why Rose-Hulman has scored 46.
Yep.
They shot 60% from the field in the first half.
Yeah.
And they shot less than that in the second quarter and scored 24 points in the second quarter.
They did, as they were able to connect with a few three-point shots, keep the pressure down, and for me, the big thing is only 5 turnovers in that first half. That's huge for me.
And when you look at that, that's just a consistent play for Rose-Hulman, and they've needed that, and they need the confidence builder that they're currently getting. And they really have shot the ball well. They're 4 of 11 from three-point range, and you may not think that's great, but that means the inside game has been almost stellar. They've only missed a couple shots on the inside. Most of them have gone in, and then the defensive pressure at the end with a couple blocked shots that they had. And Jamie Baum blocked one, Ashley Black blocked one, and that makes a big difference in what's going on.
And when you look at, you talked about the three-point shooting, 4 threes and a half. 36% shooting from distance. You'll take that pretty much every night, and it just strikes me the freedom that this team has. Coach Prevost has, okay, ladies, I'm going to give you some rope, and they have offensive liberty that we haven't seen here at Rose-Hulman, to be honest with you. In my time covering basketball here, the last 4 or 5 years, I haven't seen the offensive freedom that Coach Prevost is allowing these ladies. He has good confidence in the skill that these ladies have and the way they work, and they're being rewarded. Let it fly. You don't normally see this many three-pointers from Rose-Hulman historically.
But they also have had great looks. Their feet are set.
Yes.
They're ready to shoot the ball. The ball's been delivered well, too, and that's the one, especially that last play just typified what went on the first half when Hine got the ball towards center court, drove the lane, kicked it in the corner, and Wilson buries the 3 to put Rose-Hulman up 46-19 here at the half. And with that opportunity, we'll pause for a break. We'll be right back with the start of the second half. Again, you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for Auto, Home, and Life. You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to Terre Haute, Indiana and Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, where the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers are leading the Quakers from Earlham 46-19 as we prepare for this second half. And really for Rose-Hulman, you're going to see, I think, multiple players in the ball game to give everybody an opportunity to play.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's not because Coach Prevost just, wants to give ladies an opportunity. It's because if you get on the floor here, it's because you're practicing well. I mean, he doesn't just dole out minutes all willy-nilly just to keep people happy. You got to earn these minutes that, you earn them in practice. You practice well, you play well. And so, you're not getting the minutes you want. You amp it up in practice to get the coach's attention. You see Coach Prevost Not afraid to go 10 deep in a quarter, So he's got the luxury of doing that, and when he feels good matchups are good, and ladies are playing well, he'll really go to that bench.
Well, and the good thing for Rose-Hulman, again, they have players to play. You're not saddled with 7 or 8 players to play. You have a healthy bench. People are able to go. Well, not totally healthy, as Barlow has not played today. And she's, again, one of the leaders for Rose-Hulman. But at the same time, everybody else has played, had an opportunity to do that. And we're going to see what takes place in this situation anyhow, as we'll get ready to start this second half of basketball action. Rose-Hulman comes in, again, 5-3 in the conference, 7-6 overall. But more importantly for Rose-Hulman, right now, they stand in 3rd place in the conference in the women's standings. And again, part of that is through the RPIs and what's going on. They're 5-3. Behind them right now is Defiance. In front of them is Bluffton. And leading the conference is Transylvania. And Rose-Hulman needs to win to try to keep pace with the teams that are above them to give an opportunity to host the opening round. Again, 8 teams now will make the actual tournament for the conference instead of 6. Hine with the basketball. Try to feed Jester, and it's kicked, and it will reset. Take the ball out of bounds. So another opportunity for Rose-Hulman. Hine with the basketball. Rowan looking inside. With it. Hine in the corner for 3. Doesn't get it. Bounces off. Rebound comes out to Gibson. Alexis with the basketball will try to take Rose Burnham in down the lane. Tries and falls out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball.
Maybe some incidental contact there as far as the feet. I don't know. I couldn't see, but, young lady tripping like that, I know she was wanting to get a call there, maybe trip it over the feet of Burnham. The referee says nope, going the other way.
And we're hoping she's okay. She's grabbed that shoulder on the way down. Again, 46-19, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Wilson with the basketball, looking inside, trying to get it to Baum. Baum at the top of the key. Hine tries to turn inside, open look in the lane, puts it up and in. Rowan Hine with the basket in a double digits for her. She now has 10 points on the evening. Drive down inside, hook shot goes awry on the inside by Janaea Bright. Hine, cross-court pass, Baum with the drive towards the basket, turns out. Again, they're trying to move the offense now. It's man pressure for Earlham. Let's see if Rose-Hulman can execute. Inside, they'll give it to Burnham. Left hand, puts it up, doesn't get it. And the rebound comes out to Earlham.
I like that, though. No dribble. Well, couldn't find the backboard there, that angle, but she went straight up with it.
Drive, shots up, and no good by Amari Bradford.
Was so crucial for Earlham just to keep their head and shots not falling. That's just so devastating on your psyche as a team. You try to stay with it.
Jester for 3. She gets the shot up and in. Kaylin Jester.
Young lady from New Brighton, Minnesota, so gifted on both ends of the floor.
Drive down inside for Runyon, couldn't get anything. They'll reverse the ball out. Gibson with it. Now a 3-point shot from Bradford. Couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. Hine looking. Baum, backdoor cut, puts it up and in.
Once again, using that left hand, just an exhibition. If you're on the left side of the hoop, use your left hand.
53-19, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Drive inside off the knee, and they're going to say no, she swiped it out of bounds.
Boy, when people drive on Nola Wilson, they have to be wary. She has very active hands, and she swipes at the ball so quickly, whether it be on ball or with the help situation.
Allie Foltz into the ball game and replaces Rose Burnham. They may sit Rose for most of the rest of the ball game just to make sure nothing happens in it. She's played very well this season and is a consistent player on the inside. With the drive in, cross-court pass, open is Gibson. She'll take the shot, puts it up, it falls short. Rebound comes out to Jamie Baum. Baum looking inside, missed the cutter, had Foltz and just missed her. Hine over to Jester, back to Hine. Baum looking inside, trying to do something with feeds it inside to Fultz, and she'll go to the line.
Boy, you got that mismatch there on the cross screen, and didn't have a great angle for the entry pass, but made it work.
And that's, I think, primarily because Fultz did a nice job with her feet. Got her hips turned, opened up completely, gave her a really nice target, even though it wasn't the angle that everybody usually gets. I want to thank our sponsors again for tonight's broadcast. Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Micah Bonomo, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sonic Drive-In, Sponsler Insurance, Union Health, and York Automotive.
Amari Bradford picks up foul number 4. We're going to have to go to the bench for quite a while, I would imagine, as Fultz trying to knock down a couple of free throws.
Couldn't get that one, and you're going to have a foul going the other direction as Allie Fultz ran her down.
Going for that rebound, just a little loose with the arms there. You know, when you're 5 or 6 inches taller, you know,
it looks
and your hands are up. You know, you're at that level. You know, it just happens to be unfortunately at the other, you know, another person's shoulder, neck area. So good call, obviously. You gotta be careful.
Bright gave it up to Gibson. Gibson will drive, and they'll call the blocking foul on Fultz.
Yeah, 2 fouls in about 8 seconds span there. And she's got to move her feet. Thought she did okay, but just 2 hands on the body will get you that foul.
Again, solid man pressure by Rose-Hulman the entire ball game. Trying to get it through. Gibson,
cutter.
Open cutter, shots up and in. That's a nice play.
Very nice.
And Janiah Bright with the basket, the 5'4" freshman from Fort Wayne. Jester feeds inside to Fultz. Fultz squares up. Nice move. Duck under. Good move. She just didn't get it in, and she'll go to the line.
And she draws a foul that time on Alexis Gibson. As the 2 post players really going back and forth there.
And Allie Fultz has, again, come off the bench, put scoring on the board, and really has played well in the last few ball games we've seen her play. 7 points on the evening as she goes to the line.
If I'm remembering correctly, Allie Fultz, for a lot of the volleyball games, sings the national anthem. Am I correct there?
I believe that's who it is. Yes.
I'd love for her to do that here. I mean, she does that before volleyball matches.
No, I know who I want to see sing the national anthem.
Who's that? You ain't pointing this way. If you want to clear the gym, that's what you do. You have me sing something.
J.D. Baum, by the way, has 12 points in the evening and 9 rebounds. One more will give her a double-double. With the drive, and again, they'll kick it back outside to Gibson. Looking for it again. Good ball movement. Again, this is an interesting ball club in Earlham. They move the ball well. Shots have the ability to be taken.
That's okay.
They just don't hit them. Yeah. The offense is being run pretty correctly. They just couldn't do it.
Don't get up. There you go.
Jester, nice move as she put the ball in. Fultz, kick outside, open for Jester. She didn't take it. And they're getting open threes and now not taking them. Myra Randolph with the drive, shots up and good, and that's the shot she loves anyhow.
Randolph with to get to that left hand, a nice little scoop for 2.
We'll see if we can get a rebound off of a potential shot here.
Good
There's
shot.
One up, shots up, no good. A rebound comes out to Black, and she'll walk the ball up the floor.
You know, you want Earlham to take those shots in the flow of the offense. You're wide open. Corner 3, you want them to take those shots. Just some nights they don't fall, some nights they do.
Square up, kick back out. Probably should have taken that shot. That's within rhythm. Randolph for 3. Got another one. The rainbow 3 for Myra Randolph.
Boy, Randolph's shot just are so tantalizing because they stay in the air so long. Hip check there by Jester. I wonder if she played hockey back home. Wouldn't be surprised if she did. Who knows?
That's a possibility.
Yep.
It really is.
Yeah.
Again, fans, don't forget that Rose-Hulman and Earlham are in the HCAC, and they're going to change their playoff format from 6 teams to 8 teams right now. So these ball games matter, especially to Rose-Hulman if they can maintain third spot. Third or fourth will get you a home game. The fourth team in the conference in this tournament could potentially play against the number 1. So you really, for Rose-Hulman, they want to be in that 2 or 3 range if they can. So that would match up against the conference leader in Transylvania, which will probably get an automatic bid even if somebody would upset them.
If they don't, it'd be a travesty.
Inside. Nosa Iggy Hahn with the drive. Left hand, don't get it to go. Gibson with good defense and the rebound. They'll kick it out. Trenshaw to Gibson. Gibson trying to shoot. She'll shoot the three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Randolph. They're going to run the floor and then set it up. Myra looking in the corner. Black's open. Feed inside to Iggy Hahn. Nosa face. Square up. Looking at the cutter. That's what you don't want to do.
Yeah, very low percentage.
You're not going to pass that on there. You're either going to shoot it or do something else. Timeout on the floor. 4:10 left to go here in the third period. And we'll return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
The Big Finish sales event is on now at York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Choose from over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles today. This month only, lock in 0% financing and no payment for 90 days. New Jeep Cherokee as low as $229 per month. New Ram 1500, $359 per month. Or sell us your vehicle for top dollar. Unwrap the savings at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number 1, you are.
We're not number 1.
You are.
You're number 1 at York.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know.
And you have to give a shout out to Mrs. Robinson.
Absolutely. From her perch in North Carolina, rooting on her Engineers and her Tar Heels. I don't want to say anything, but big matchup, North Carolina Duke this weekend. I know she'll be watching that game.
Inbound for Rose-Hulman. And a new player into the ball game, Desiree Webster into the ball game now for Rose-Hulman. They'll feed it into Iggy Hahn. She puts it up in the. Now that's what she used to do 2 years ago.
That's right.
And that just strong drop step move, and let's go.
Good opportunity underneath, but turned over.
Webster with the steal. Looking inside. Miller to Randolph. Yeah, throw it in there. Square up. Looking. This is where Iggy Hahn's game has to improve a little bit, is in her passing ability. Miller with the drive. She had a chance. They're going to call.
They got Iggy Hahn. Iggy Hahn on the clear. Yep. Trying to set that screen and then move, trying to get position. A little high with her arms. Got called for that foul. We'll want to peek the middle, shake that shot. Go ahead.
3:28 left to go here in the third period. I was going to say a shout out maybe to my mom. She's supposed to be watching this one in Florida.
Excellent. That's
She
a nice
likes
place
to
to be.
do that on occasion. She thinks that makes it a little more close to home.
Yeah.
Kick outside to Webster, or excuse me, to Gibson. Now outside to Runyon. Drive on the inside. They're going to call a foul, a blocking foul, probably against Desiree Webster, the 5'7" junior from Powder Springs, Georgia. Again,
who they get? They got Iggy Hahn on that one.
Want to remind folks at home that there is inclement weather, and it's not good here. So we are anticipating still being able to play the ball game on Saturday, but if it doesn't go for Saturday, there's a chance we would play this doubleheader from this Saturday on Sunday. They just move it one day later if we can get that going. And again, for Rose-Hulman basketball, they want to make sure that they have that opportunity to play these ball
That's
games.
a big
They
one.
really need to play.
Yeah, that's a big one. What's Bluffton at 7-3 in the conference in second place right now. One spot behind Transylvania. So Rose being able to play Bluffton, that game was canceled back in early January. So Rose really wants to get that game in.
And again, that'll be a 1 p.m. start on Saturday. But if it doesn't go Saturday, we'll try to play it again on Sunday. Nice move by Webster. She couldn't get it in. Rebound to Miller. She'll put the shot up.
It's a quick jump. Oh, it's a quick jump. Good job by Peyton Miller to get her hands in the ball. Coach Frevo got his palms up saying, oh, wait a minute. So it's going the other way. Earlham continue to play. They're continuing to play. And, Coach Thompson instructing her squad. Setting the culture, setting the tone in year number 1. It won't always be like this.
You talked about setting the culture, and there's Iggy Hahn. You don't want to shoot it in her face. It's going to go right back at you. Another one. She'll put the three-pointer up and in. Alexis Gibson with ice in her veins says, hey,
absolutely,
that's okay. I'm going to shoot it anyhow.
But she's got good rotation on her shot, and you see Iggy Hahn really trying to get, her basketball legs back under her. Played freshman year, did not play sophomore year, and here, these are good minutes for her here in this game. Going to need her as the season progresses.
She just needs to play. 63-27. Iggy Hahn on the low post. Powered, and that's going to be a held ball. Don't want to get anybody hurt on that one as well.
Going to stay here if that's the case, and it is.
2:03 left to go in the third period.
Boy, Iggy Hahn, such a supreme athlete. Excuse me. Had a great freshman season.
And Coach Prevost used her the last couple ball games right in the middle, just like this. Let's see what she can do. Kick it to the outside. Open looks to Black. Can't get it. Rebound to Webster. She puts it up and in. Desiree Webster.
I think this is the first game that I've seen her in this year. So good to see Webster as I believe she had a co-op during the first semester, if I heard correctly. So back in the fold and trying to get her legs back under her. Another guard here, a junior guard for the Engineers, and another one of those guards, one of those juniors, that junior class and senior class that really went through the storms.
She'd played in one ball game for 8.5 minutes, and this would be the second ball game, and that's really nice to see Desiree get a chance to play, but not only that, but contribute.
Yes.
And she can play.
She can play, absolutely.
Very athletic. Black with the basketball to Randolph to Webster. Feed it into Miller, looking back, kicks it back. Oh, she just threw that one a little high.
Yeah, good movement on the offense, trying to move the ball, but just Randolph not able to get up for that one.
And when somebody takes those job opportunities in the first semester, that's what you're here to go to school for. I mean, you're here to understand the education you're getting and where you can best fit into the real world. And for Desiree Webster to do that, even though she wants to play basketball and has the opportunity, just taking that opportunity where you learn more about yourself and more about the ability you're going to have with the skills you gain from going to school like Rose-Hulman. Kick outside.
Gotta shoot it.
Another three-point shot. This one's airballed. Shot clock violation. I think she may have touched it. I don't know. But it's still, either way, it's shot clock violation. It'll give the ball to Rose-Hulman.
Going back to the educational opportunities, the job opportunities, I believe Avery Lumen and also Nola Wilson out the first, I think they put quarters here. I'm sorry, not semester, but quarter. First couple quarters, so you got to take advantage of those opportunities when you have them, like you said.
Nice move by Miller as Peyton Miller scores another basket in this one. Again, still that 40-point lead. Huge substitution.
Very nice.
Cut and a nice score.
Yeah, looking at the Janiyah Bright, this is, when you look at getting individuals from Bishop Lures and Fort Wayne, they played good basketball. Had a very quality coaching and they're used to winning. Comes Webster.
Webster lost that one. She lost the handle and everything else on it as she's going to the basket. That's the end of the third period of play with Rose-Hulman leading 67-29. We'll return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for auto, home, and life.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And again, another solid move. Tough ball game. Go ahead.
Starting the fourth quarter here, but the men, the Rose-Hulman men over in Richmond for their game, second half, 11:40 to go. Engineers up 42-37, tied at 30 at the half. 12 turnovers for the Engineers first half.
Don't forget, when we saw that ball game here, the men's game was very close to it right at the end, and then Rose-Hulman pulled away and got the win. So that doesn't surprise me much at Earlham.
And that's a game that the Engineers have to have. Rose 6-3, third spot in the conference. Earlham an eighth spot at 2-5. So you have to find a way to get that victory here tonight on the road.
Big shot up and good by Willow Runyon.
Speaking of Richmond, hometown product went to Northeastern.
Outside to Ashley Black. They'll give it up to Foltz. Now deep in the post. First time we've seen number 45, Avery Lumen, a junior from Muncie, Indiana, and she sticks that one in the hole. It's 69-32, traveling violation on that possession, and Rose-Hulman will gain possession of the basketball.
You never know when your number is going to be called in a hotly contested game. So these minutes, even in a game that is all intents and purposes over as far as the scoreboard, you want to play well in these minutes and get a little bit of a rhythm. You're looking at Webster, Lumen have not gotten a lot of minutes this season, and getting an opportunity for them to be on the floor. These are precious moments because you don't know what's going to come down the season where they may be pressed into duty.
And you mentioned something about 3 or 4 minutes ago, right before we went to break, and you made a statement like you're building a program. You never know what it's going to do to turn things around. If you listen and work, and of course I'm a football guy, but the Cincinnati Bengals talk about their specific day that they believe they turned their program around. They actually have it written down on their board where they're doing things with everything going on there. A three-point shot, no good by Ashley Black, and a lead pass out to Willow Runyon, and they'll get set. But, you never know what's going to happen from game to game, day to day, as that shot is missed by Kenzie Ryle, who's into the ball game. But, you just never know. And at a certain point, the Earlham Quakers are going to say, hey, we know we're turning the corner, and here it is. And they have good enough guard strength. They handle the ball well enough. They got to do a much better job in the offseason getting their shots to fall.
And when you look at this game, this is where Rose-Hulman was just a couple of years ago. So it can turn around for you in short order. You mentioned the Bengals in a couple of years, turned around, something that the Browns haven't been able to do quite yet, but just the same. But Earlham, you can look right here across the gym at Rose-Hulman and say, hey, look at where they were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, flat.
Yeah.
Just didn't have numbers, getting hammered every night. That takes a toll on you. So stay the course. Coach Thompson, I know she'll have her players have their ear. They have to listen to her and stay the course. Believe in their coach. Believe in the system that she's trying to implement.
They've had good shots tonight. They just have not hit them. It's going to take a lot of work in the gym, a lot of work in the offseason. They're going to have to get in the weight room, do all those things that you're supposed to do to get better, to put yourself in a position. This is college basketball, not high school, and that makes a big difference in what's going on. And it's nice to see people get a chance to play. But at a certain point, you're going to have to say, hey, these top 7 or 8 are going to have to go at a ball game. Yeah, this ball game's out of control, and they're going to be able to get everybody in, but they need a couple ball games that are going to be close. And they need to find an opponent or two that they know they could do that with, and that may happen here even this year yet.
That's right. Absolutely.
You never know.
You know, Rose-Hulman at the end of their season a couple of years ago found some things and really springboarded themselves. So it can happen for Earlham as well. And that's something we'll be watching here. We want the conference to do well, all 10 conference members, and just give us great depth. There's another great three-pointer by Willow Runyon. So, you know, we want to see all of our teams play well.
Timeout on the floor, and with 7:05 left to go in the ball game, it's 69-35.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
This game is presented by the Army National Guard.
And welcome back. 7:05 left to go in the ball game. It's 69-35. Rose-Hulman with the lead. And, you know, seriously, in all seriousness, folks, the guard play by Earlham has potential to really do some damage. They do need a couple defenders to really do some damage on the inside. Then defense is also rebounding, and that's the big key for them right now. Rose-Hulman has a decided advantage on the rebounding end, and then, you know, being able to really move and play well. And I think you're right. It's what you said earlier. Rose-Hulman has gotten better. Nosa Igihan with the putback and basket.
Great for her confidence, I'm telling you. Nosa getting a couple of baskets here tonight.
2 years ago, I can remember a couple of ball games. She had 15, 17, almost 20 points.
Dominant.
She
Double
was
doubles.
playing very well.
Absolutely. Just have to get her basketball legs, you know, back under her. And, you know, when you take a year off of basketball, year and a half off from basketball, you know, it takes a little bit of time, you know, so.
And she hasn't taken a year off from training. She's been training for her track and field events.
That's right. And dominating.
Yes.
I believe she has 8 conference championships during her time here at Rose-Hulman. Just a phenomenal track and field player.
There it comes. Nice speed. That's a good move. And a three-point shot up and good by Nola Wilson.
Great basketball. You've had Igihan established. She got the ball in the paint and kicked out for that corner three. It was a great ball.
And Earlham with the basketball. Gibson will feed inside. Igihan with the steal. Wilson on the outside. Here comes the feed. She's looked inside and somebody, Randolph went right in front of Igihan. Again, they'll feed it inside over and over on this one. Notice Rose-Hulman not in a hurry. Wilson for three, got another one. You don't want to leave her open ever.
No.
She's shooting
shot.
Over 40% from range. 77-35, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Kick out, corner shot, up and good.
There you go.
A nice shot on the outside by Amari Bradford.
You know, talk about Nosa Igihan and double-doubles. Her career highs against Anderson back in 2020. 18 points, 21 rebounds against the against Mountain St. Joe's. I'm sorry, no. Yeah, at Anderson. I apologize. I'm looking at 2 different columns there. At Anderson, she had just a monster game. So this is a young lady that if she can find it in time this season, she adds a dimension to this team. If she can stay out of foul trouble, she has great length, rangy, moves her feet well. boy, if we can get her some, continue to progress like this toward the end of the season, last couple games, conference tournament, she's going to be making a big difference in some games.
She just made a big difference on the shot by Gibson right there.
It will.
Kick out. Wilson open again for three. She'll drive. Feeds it inside to Ehan. With the move inside, and Nosa Igihan is starting to gain that confidence, and she is left-handed, which makes a big difference in this league as well.
And Gibson just, can't block her shot, and she knows that. So she can go straight up, elevate over it, and, go over the freshman. Gibson is going to be a good player. But at this stage, not able to match Igihan's presence down low right now. Nice drive by Amari Bradford as she sticks it in. The 5'5" freshman from Inglewood, Ohio. Timeout on the floor. It's 79-40. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger. To keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo. It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
You are watching HCAC Women's Basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Big game here today, fourth quarter. Rose-Hulman just rolling. Going to get the big victory. The men over in Richmond still hanging to a 5-point lead, 48-43, 6:45 to go. 10 engineers have scored. Nobody in double figures yet. 7 for Hicks, 7 for Bowman, 7 for Wirtz.
The men could end up winning that ball game with nobody in double figures, which would be a classic win.
That's right.
You'd love that one. 79-41 is our score here. Rose-Hulman ladies in the lead over Earlham. Looking for this. Again, substitutions abound. They're going to feed it to Igihan, and she got excited. That's where she has issues. And it's just relaxing, getting into the flow, and not over-committing on what's going on. Substitution in as Avery Lumen steps back into the lineup for Rose-Hulman. And Avery's gotten some quality minutes.
Yes, she has.
Scored bucket. In this one again, Rose-Hulman jumped out to a pretty good lead, 60% field goal shooting in the first half, and that's the issue. Traveling violation will give the ball back to Rose-Hulman.
Another turnover there for Earlham, and that's going to be turnover number 18. Engineers have 9, so much better taking care of the basketball here tonight.
Really, the shooting has not gone down for Rose-Hulman.
No,
they're still averaging 57% from the floor. Earlham at 34%. So that's why the score differential is the way it is. That and turnovers. With the drive, Desiree couldn't get it in as Webster went to the basket and just couldn't get it to fall for her.
Well, that's what Rose is. They're a dominant defensive team, and when they're playing well defensively. That's the bedrock of this ball club. Sometimes your shots will not fall, but if you can defend on a nightly basis without fouling, you will have an opportunity to get the W.
On the outside, Webster again. Drives, shoots, can't get it to fall. Rebound to Miller, and she scores.
Another bucket, another rebound for Peyton Miller. Now with 9.7 points and 6 rebounds, 9 and 6.
Feed inside, and baskets up and good again by Amari Bradford. And it's, listen, Sharon Wong, this is the first player I've ever broadcasted that is from Taiwan.
Yeah. Getting some good minutes today, and I want to make a mention of Bradford. Nice to see her back in the game with her 4 fouls. Had to sit for a long time. Like to see her finish this game well.
Timeout on the floor. It's 81-43. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
I'm going to give a shout out to somebody at Earlham, if that's okay. Can I do that?
You absolutely.
Ethan King, my nephew.
All right.
Senior at Earlham. Really enjoys his time there at school. Hopefully he'll graduate and on to grad school.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Black feeds it down inside. Lumen cross court to Webster. She'll take the 2-point shot. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound kicked
Miller
around. They're going to call a foul over the back.
Old Miller trying to get that sniff out that rebound there. Trying to hit the offensive boards. Hey, hats off to Earlham. Continuing to play. The game's not going their way, but you don't see a whole lot of slumped shoulders. They're still battling, running their offense.
On the outside, Wong in the corner. Feed down inside. She's going to get another assist there. She can put that one in. She doesn't. Wong with the rebound. Kick outside. Open look. Should have taken that one. Wong for three. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Tipped around. And picked up by Black for Rose-Hulman. Ashley Black with the basketball will walk it up.
Substitution here.
Substitution. They're not going to even wait on this one. They're just going to say, hey, here we go. Let's substitute. So it takes the timeout off the floor, and then they'll have the substitution in. And again, they're trying to get Nosa Igihan the time she needs to get her legs back in and just feel comfortable playing the game of basketball again. Webster off the screen by Lumen. Down to Lumen with the shot. Up, no good. Rebound, put it up, kick out. Open look. Feed down to Igihan and good defense. Angle. Yep, nice job by Earlham on that one.
There you
Shots
go.
Up.
That's
put
okay.
It up. Couldn't get it to go. Wong almost saves that one.
I like that transaction opportunity. The defense is backpedaling. Hey, take it. I like that.
If you're open, you might as well shoot it at this point.
Because when you let this defense dig in, the more you get into that 30-second shot clock, the harder it gets to score on this defense. I like this Earlham team, Herb. We talked about it throughout the broadcast. Just like I said, got to find a couple of post players, and you see on the roster someone that we haven't seen, Amy Stewart, 6 foot from South Charleston, Ohio. Don't know if there's an injury situation, with her. You see her on the roster, but we'll see. Hopefully, she'll be able to contribute later in the season. And
well, of course, you realize maybe the shortest player in the conference is leading the conference in scoring, too.
Yes.
So you don't have to be super tall. You just have to be skilled. With it outside, and again, Randolph chases that one down. Webster had an open look as Desiree couldn't find the three-point range there. Black with the basketball. We're under a minute left to go in the ball game. Webster again for three. She can't find it. And Black again with the rebound. Lost the basketball and then picked it back up. Lumen back out. About 4 seconds difference in the shot clock to the game clock. Shots up, no good. Rebound comes out to Earlham. With the drive is Bradford and
just
lost it.
Yeah.
Under 10 seconds left to go in the ball game. Again, Rose-Hulman will win their 8th ball game of the year and 6th ball game in the conference. Their out-of-conference schedule was very tough at the start of the year. And for Rose-Hulman to get this one, again, another solid win for them in the program. Earlham will fall, again, winless. They're 0-15, now 0-16 and 0-9 in conference play. And as these two teams will kind of wave at each other and they'll shake hands, say thanks for doing this one. It's a nice opportunity because this opportunity probably wouldn't be for either team tomorrow.
Right.
Just get a chance to play. College athletics is an important part of what both of these institutions do from the standpoint of competition. And you know there are a lot of job opportunities for people who play college athletics, regardless. If they're playing and doing those things, you'll see the ladies now waving to the fans that we have in the house. First time they've had fans here in a while.
Yeah.
And we'll look for that to take place as well this weekend. Again, this weekend's ball game, it's tough to put it. We don't know what's going to happen. The weather is tough, and we're expecting a huge storm. Most everything's shut down for tomorrow in both Terre Haute, Indianapolis, and due north, and we'll see what happens with that one. Bluffton will come to town this Saturday, and the Beavers will come in, and Rose-Hulman, the ladies will play at 1, and the men will follow after that. But more importantly, if it doesn't go on Saturday, there's a really good chance we just move the ball game to a Sunday afternoon start. If the roads are passable, we can get people back and forth. Bluffton is going to get hit with this really hard too.
Yes, they are.
So the angled storm goes basically up all the way up to that northwestern part of Ohio, as I have family in that area, and they're talking about trying to get prepared. It's going to hit them a day later than it hits us, and that's the problem, because if Bluffton gets hit with that, it's very difficult to get out. Although they are in the interstate, they'll have roads that can come here, but again, we don't want to risk anybody and risk injuries from that type of weather.
Indeed.
Again, we're here at Rose-Hulman. Walter Gordon's been my partner this evening. We've enjoyed bringing you the broadcast of Rose-Hulman basketball, where again, the Fighting Engineers win in women's basketball 81-43. And we'll see you this Saturday at 1 o'clock, Lord willing, and the snow doesn't get too deep.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.